I don't like modern blenders. So we've got this one. It was expensive, but it's hard to clean. I have to make my drink in this thing and then pour it into a cup. So I'm getting two receptacles dirty. So there's more things to clean. It's made out of plastic. That's a polycarbonate jar. I don't like cooking with plastic. I like to cook with metal and glass because, I like to not be poisoned. Maybe I'm being paranoid, but that's how it goes. So what I really want to be able to do is to make my smoothie using an Atlas mason jar. This is the perfect size for the volume of smoothie that I want to consume, and I can make it in this jar and then drink it from this jar, and there's less cleanup to do.
Oster used to sell this jar for an assembly very similar to what I'm trying to achieve, but it's more sized for like making pesto and not smoothies. The mouth of the Oster jar seems like it's the same size and thread pitch as the mason jar, but it's too tight of a fit for the factory lids to thread onto the mason jar. Speaking of threads, you'll see here in a minute where I went looking for the standard thread pitch of a mason jar, and I was given the value of 6 threads per inch, which does not line up with the physical measurement that I took of 5.7 millimeters. Now, clearly the mason jar was designed with American Freedom units, which is awesome, but I do most of my CAD work in millimeters because I'm typically reverse engineering products that were made overseas. So yeah, 5.7 millimeters from peak to peak of the threads lines up with a 5.5 threads per inch standard. So the information that's floating out there, I guess, is incorrect. But instead of using the theoretical 5.5 threads per inch, I just went with the best measurement that I could take, which was 5.7 millimeters in between the threads.
And as you can see, this thread pitch works perfectly with the mason jar here. Now the hole here in the center, a little bit tight, but it definitely goes on. And you can see that it sort of flexes up and out of the way. See that angle there to the print after you tighten it down? Now that is by design. See, there's a bump up there, and the original design from Oster includes a bumped up portion even in the lid here. So that is the way that it is supposed to function. And the reason for that is because doing it this way does not put a whole lot of stress right there at the rim of the glass, which would tend to delaminate or crack the plastic. And these threads are completely compatible with a ball jar. That's not a mason jar, it's just a ball jar. This one here, it does say mason. This is a Kerr mason jar, and functions great on that one as well. And I think this is another ball mason jar, which also works perfectly. So this is an adapter for all jars that aren't the Oster brand here, although it also functions just fine with the Oster jar. There we have it. All right, 2/3 of a frozen banana, 3 or 4 frozen raspberries, a small handful of frozen blueberries, 2 frozen strawberries. In this case, I have an extra large one and an extra small one. I find the safest way to cut the frozen stems and leaves off is to use the back point on my knife here. I can do this sort of pencil sharpening motion. Whole milk plain yogurt. That seems about right. A decent scoop of some peanut butter. 1/2 to 2/3 of a scoop of vanilla flavored protein powder. Settle everything down, and then pour enough water in there to sort of float the ingredients. This is actually going to be kind of a soupy smoothie. I put a little too much water in there. Pretty stoked to be able to do this on such a small little container and not have to wash anything except this single jar. Give it a good shake to mix up the ingredients that don't really want to mix. Well, it's not as soupy as I thought it would be. This is actually a perfect smoothie. Cheers. Delicious. I get these jars by buying Classico brand tomato sauce, and that's the container that the sauce comes in, so reusable. I also have to clean the blades, not just the jar. I forgot about that part.
I'm the YouTube algorithm. You should subscribe to Design Prototype Test, ring the all bell and become a fiscal supporter by clicking on the links. As your benevolent overlord, I'm telling you that it will make your life better. Rather than allowing me to keep force-feeding you mass audience, vacuous content, you'll actually be shown the interesting stuff that most people miss.